Hello, and thank you for watching. The following will be a guide for you to help gain at least a few followers for your Garrison if you haven't already, or maybe if you have a fresh 100. These are some very easy to get followers, and some you may already have, some you may not. They span across the whole of Draenor, and they don't require you to spend a large amount of time either questing or spending a large amount of gold up front. I want to try and keep this cheap, simple, and effective. These followers are all easy to get a hold of, and they'll help you on your way to making the best Garrison possible, which is really what we all want, isn't it? But anyway, let's get started. The first two followers you can find in Ashran, the first one being Fen Tao. He's a Mistweaver Monk, exactly at 45.5 by 69.9. He's right by the main entrance there in Ashran. And he's really easy to get. You just talk to him and you get him. The next is Delvar Ironfist. He's a Blood DK and a Bodyguard. And as soon as you hit 91, you should be able to get a quest to take you to Ashran. You'll talk to 3 people real quick. And as soon as that's done, he joins up with you. I think he is a rare rare follower regardless. I haven't ever seen him as not rare across 7 characters, so just if you're getting bad luck, at least you got him. The next one is Tormmok. Now he is in Goregrond, and you can get him Alliance or Horde, I believe. He's at 45 by 86.9. He is an arms warrior and a bodyguard, and basically all you have to do is you have to sit with him for a bit and fight off 3 waves. And once the 3rd wave's done, you talk to him, and he'll offer you a quest to join your fight. It's really that simple. In the same area, you'll find a Fury Warrior by the name of Blook. Now, Blook is pretty cool in that all you have to do is walk up, talk to him, and beat him in a fight. Next up, Dagg. Now, Dagg is in Frostfire, and you can get him even if you're in the Alliance. He's a Subtlety Rogue, and you start off by finding him at a cage at 65.8 by 60.7. Of course, all these notes will be in the description. Now, once you free him from the cage, he'll run off, and all you have to do is go find the second cage that he's run off to. That cage is at 39.3 by 28.2. Once you've got him that cage, he'll be at your Garrison waiting for you, and all you have to do is bring him aboard. Following that, we'll move on to Pleasurebot. Now, Pleasurebot is a Fury Warrior with the Tailoring skill, which is important for some people. He's at 62.9 by 50.3 in Talador. And what you do is you fly to him, you talk to the gnome. The gnome will give you a quest to kill some fish and collect some bits off of them. Once you've killed the fish, take him back to the gnome, give it to him, and you'll be able to get Pleasurebot 8000. Now, you do have to wait a minute on this quest. It is not instantaneous, so it can be a bit of a thing there. Next up, Defender Illona, or Illona. She's a protection paladin and a bodyguard. You'll find her at 57.5 by 51.1, and all you really have to do is talk to her, get a quest, take on 2 dudes, or 1 dude and 1 gal, their spirits, and reclaim her honor. Now, this fight is just a little bit hard if you take them both on like I did with a rogue that has no real good heals and didn't have poisons, but you'll be fine. Following that, Leorajh. Now, he's in the Spires of Arak, and he is a bodyguard and a Restoration Shaman, and he can heal, which is really useful as a bodyguard. The entrance to the cave is actually 55.0 by 65.3 in the Spires, but he himself is deeper into the cave. You do have to climb a bit to get to him. But once you get in there, you can get past all the mobs. I just stealth past them, obviously. Just talk to him and go. Lannister of the Blade. Now, this one's a little more complex to get a hold of. He is at the Burning Blade compound in the Grand. Now, that's at 85.4 by 54.7. He is an arms warrior, and he brings mining to the... He's guaranteed to have mining. Now, he'll give you 2 quests to basically get his blade and his banner. You go and do those quests, kill the dudes. You walk back to him. You're like, hey, I killed these quests, these dudes for you. He's like, all right, let's go do a challenge. You go do that challenge, and then it's a bit lengthy. You go through a few dudes. Basically, you grab the sword in the middle and you fight. Once that's done, there's a little bit of RP. You walk back out of the cave, and I flew back to Tellar Station. You turn the quest in to a Draenei, and he'll give you another quest, and Lannister is sitting just outside your garrison. This is perhaps one of the lengthier quests to worry about, but it's not too bad. Next up on the list, Goldmane the Skinner. Now this one's actually incredibly simple. All you have to do is get to 40.5 by 61.1 in the Grand. There's an orc there at the top of the tower. Just kill him, take his key, unlock Goldmane, and Goldmane will give you the quest to be like, hey, like you can set me free. Abrogar. Now this one's a little bit tough. Just outside of Tellar, there's a little fishing rock. And basically what Abrogar you do with Abrogar is you get 3 items for him. Vitality is the first item, and that's at 65.8 by 61.1. Then you get his lore, which is a little hard to spot. It's at 38.4 by 49.5, which is a little kind of opposite side of the map. And then finally his rod, which is at 85.4 by 38.7. Again, these will all be in the notes. Once you have these 3 items, you go and find Abgar himself, which is 67.2 by 56.0, and he's in the Grand, and you just talk to him, and it's as simple as that. Now, this next one is a little bit of a trip. You're going to need to find 4 items throughout all of Draenor. First is a pair of boots in Frostfire. You can pick those up while you're looking for Dagg. They're at 68.0 by 18.9. Then a ring in Goregrond. If you're messing with Blook and them, you can go visit to get the ring at 39.7 by 39.9. And then if you've got, go down to Nagrand, when you're getting Lannister or Abrogar, you can get the staff at 46.4 by 16.0. And finally, the hat in Talador at 45.3 by 37.0. And all of them will get kind of a glowy effect when you spot them in the distance. So you'll know you've found them once you kind of spot this kind of glowing orb. But basically, once that's done, you take them all back to Khadgar's tower and you turn them in. And as a special bonus, this one I wouldn't qualify as so much easy as because you do have to build a lumberyard, but if you can build a lumberyard in your garrison, this isn't so bad. I can just call him Lumberjack Dude. He's under a tree in Talador at 73.7 by 63.9. Now you do have to have a lumber mill, and I only think you need it to be level 1. I'm not 100% sure. Mine was level 2, but I hadn't completed the level 2 medium tree quest at the time, so don't quote me on that. He's an assassination rogue, and when you get back to the garrison, he'll be in the lumber mill, and he has a quest to kill his brother, which will give you a trinket. I hope this has been helpful. This has just been a real quick guide to get you a few followers. I know there's a lot of fresh 100s out there that will probably be venturing into the land and don't have, all that questing behind them, so my hope is this gets you kind of a few followers. It only took me about an hour to do all of these, maybe even a little less. So that's about 10 followers in less than an hour. Can't beat that with a stick, as they say. I want to thank you so much for listening. If you found this helpful, please like, or if you'd like to make any corrections or fill in any additional information, of course, any followers or Horde side followers. I know there's a Horde side follower in like Admiral Taylor's Garrison. That's pretty nifty. But I thank you guys for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.